14A District Court for County of Washington State. Is now in session. All those present for the court draw near. The Honorable Judge CEDRIC Simpson presiding.
You may be seated. Court does call the case of the people versus Jeanette. Well, I think we have to do something, don't we? She stayed up. Hold on a second, counsel. Go ahead, Mr. Dorso.
Assistant Prosecutor Morgan Baroso on behalf of the people waive any potential conflict between this honorable court and the public defender's office, though the people do not believe that such a conflict exists. The people make this waiver in avoidance of any doubt.
Ms. Pate.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate, on behalf of the public defender's office. Likewise, Your Honor, our office.
Court also, for its part, does not believe there's a conflict either in Michigan court rules or cases decided thereunder. To the extent a conflict exists, given the waivers, the court will consent to hear the matters. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, court does call the case of People State of Michigan versus Jeanette. Is it Ahmed? Say it.
Hoffman, Your Honor.
Exactly.
Or Your Honor, Henry Levens on behalf of
Her name, ma'am.
Jeanette Othman.
Othman. That's exactly how it's spelled. Anyway, go ahead.
Your Honor, at this time, I believe we are to a resolution.
Okay.
We are hoping to get Ms. Othman into 14B recovery court. So we have her screened and assessed prior to entering any.
Does she, you live in the township or the city?
It's called Township,
You live in Pittsfield.
which is corner of Michigan Ave and Carpenter. So it's
Michigan
in the
Avenue,
alley.
Carpenter, that is Pittsfield. I guess, not that it's any of my business. Well, it is, because I'm going to say it is. 14A recovery court isn't available for her? Or,
one of the things we're looking at, Honor, is her availability with public transit. And speaking with Ms. Othman, it's her belief, because in the interim she has no driving privileges, that it would best suit her based on her knowledge of.
get to the township as opposed to, okay. I mean, I get why that analysis is there, but that's also an option for her. And that's our sobriety court for 14A, which we are really Pittsfield Township. That's why I asked, and it might be easier for her, but maybe with the transportation problem, maybe not. All right, so what do you want me to do now that I've wasted all that time?
If you could put the matter over for a couple months to allow her to 4 to 6 weeks.
A couple months. Okay, I was hearing things.
All right. 4 weeks. 2 weeks. Have 1 week, Your Honor? I don't want to be the next famous YouTube, Your Honor.
What'd you say?
I don't want to be the next famous YouTube.
Oh, you just are.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, no. When can they get her assessed?
So we were talking with Ms. Pate and Ms. Parney, and they said they're scheduling 4 to 6 weeks out is what it's
In this court?
in 14B.
Oh, their 14B is scheduling that for me. Okay.
Am I still going to be famous on YouTube, Your Honor?
Yeah, I have no idea. I'm not trying, and it happened. So, hello, 4 to 6 weeks.
So 5 weeks out is August 7th, or the next date would be August 21st.
That's almost like it's 2 months. You're in the matter August 21st, you said?
Yes.
August 21st, 2024, 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Nobody else is getting that day. Thank you. Bond will continue with its conditions. Thank you.
Yeah.
Court does call the case of the people versus Anthony.
Good morning, Your Honor. Elias Muwad appearing on behalf of Anthony Haybecker, who is coming up to my right. With permission from the court, can we pass it so I can have a conversation with the assistant prosecutor, or?
You really want to talk to her? No, I'm kidding. No,
I'm not allowed to talk to a victim without a victim advocate. She's not here,
Okay.
so I can get her contact information and we can have further discussions, but I can't do anything today.
Well, Judge, 3-month adjournment, please. No, I'm just joking. Just joking. 2
I was
weeks.
going to give it to him. No.
What would you like? 2 weeks? 1 week? What would you like?
I think 2 weeks is fine.
Is that good, Judge?
2 weeks.
All right. Okay.
Turn the matter to July 17, 2024, 9 a.m.
Morgan, did you want?
And sir, my condolences on my loss.
Okay.
That's his
Thank
mother
you.
back there. It's her mother, his grandmother. Yeah, that's
She
the
lived to
mother's.
101, so she lived a long, full life.
101.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
she was happy the entire time, all the way to the end.
All right. Well, I guess that's probably, well said, a celebration in a way. Huh?
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good
Thank you.
fourth.
Thank you so much.
You too.
Take care, guys.
All right. Take care. Have a good holiday. Court calls the case, People versus Jessica Collins.
Ready, Your Honor. Your Honor, may it please the Honorable Court, Muriel Schillingford on behalf of Jess Collins.
All right. Your name?
Jessica.
All right. What are we doing?
Your Honor, I've had an opportunity to speak to the state prosecutor, and we're asking for an adjournment please, to handle the some of the financial things. And then we'll come back before you.
With the license?
Yes,
Let's see.
if the court was so indulgent.
Yeah, not a problem. Okay, so this isn't, license wise, it's not bad. Did anybody know that?
I didn't hear you, sir.
To get a license,
Yes.
this is not in bad shape at all. You got issued a license and then it's just suspended.
That's correct, Your Honor. There was an unpaid moving violation and then the license was suspended.
Correct. And is this our ticket or, well, okay, I guess, and counsel, I just didn't know if you were aware. There's only one thing suspending. And it happens to be out of our court.
It happens to be out of this court.
Yeah, I have it as a 14A. And it's a no proof of insurance.
So, okay. So can we get time to pay that?
Well, do we know how much is owing on it? Okay.
Well, that's
276. How long will that?
276. Okay, Your
Does
Honor.
that hang on real quick. Does that include the 45?
That does include the 45,000. That's outstanding. Yeah, suspending her license potentially.
There are three, it's all right. There are three other licenses that may be suspending his license.
That I do not show that are suspending his license, but potentially could. I can print the register of action.
Can you?
Yes.
Okay.
She's going to print me out a register of action.
We're gonna so there's the one no proof that we're talking about that I'm looking and I see that as suspending your license, right? Yeah, again, that I see as suspending your license. There are three others that are out there that aren't at this time, but might. So at some point, and I think I see those, but not, I see three other violations and they're probably those. They're not suspending at this point your license. So ideally the way to do it is to try to get them all done. Because otherwise what will happen is, I was thinking initially it was just going to be this one and then I would let you pay the 45 clearance so that you'd be good to go and then pay off the ticket at some point. But if I do that, you may end up paying 45 a number of times. And so I don't want you to have to do that.
Thank you
That makes sense?
very much. So pocket sense.
Yes, it does. So let's see
Thank you for
why didn't you get let's look at just the one that's suspending your license now. Why didn't you get that one paid? That wasn't.
The no proof of insurance, the no proof of insurance happened with the state police but he said my license was suspended when he did that. He arrested me and impounded my car on 5/27. I've got a notification.
On 5?
Yes, May 27th.
Hang on real quick. Oh, that's this one.
So there's two separate 527
Pullovers.
Got it. He's got a 527.
If the reason that.
Yes, and there are 2 citations from MSP at that time. No proof of insurance, which is not the suspension. And driving without a seatbelt. Those 2 are not yet suspending because they just defaulted, which
The speeding ticket.
these are the civil infractions that he received at the same time he got this. These were from February with.
So hold it, they wrote him for the misdemeanor.
Excuse us, Your Honor, I apologize.
No, it's okay. They wrote him for the misdemeanor, gave him a ticket for, and then impounded your vehicle?
It's still an impound, Your Honor.
Later, these were all, the speeding ticket happened in February.
Right.
And then, so I got a speeding ticket. That's what the ticket said, speeding. And then, so I'm driving, this was 5/27, and I'm driving. I didn't think my license was suspended. I didn't know, because I didn't get anything in the mail. I just thought I had an unpaid ticket, which I know I got an unpaid ticket. And so I was DoorDash, and I have the ticket here, what they wrote for the tickets. And so on 5/27, he arrested me and said it's because had a suspended license. He arrested me and found in my car immediately.
Set a trial date.
Hold it, arrested you, impounded your car, and then threw in some other tickets just cause.
Yeah, he said they told me, I've been told that the details don't matter, but they matter to me. I was pulled over for a seatbelt, and so
Right.
and he was behind me, whether he saw me or not, that's whatever. But he pulled me over, and like he just quickly arrested me. Like, he came, he got my license, went back, and he said, "We're impounding your car because your license is suspended, and I pulled you over for your seatbelt." But then I wanted the Washington police to come, so they came, but they took my wallet and they threw out all my stuff onto the passenger seat. They took out the contents of my wallet and threw it everywhere.
Who?
The police.
The sheriff or
So I was he arrested me, and I'm in the car, in the front seat of the car, of the police car. I'm in the front seat, and I'm in handcuffs. And then Sackstrup's towing pulls up right away, and then he takes my wallet and my apartment keys, and he puts it in the car. And then so Washington police were there too. They take my wallet, and they took all my stuff out of my wallet and threw it on the seat. And then they took my car. And so since I said, "Hey, I need my keys," and he didn't give me my keys. So I had to walk 5 hours at night to get my keys from the towing company. And so, and they took the car, so I haven't been able to make any money.
Oh, I'm not smiling at you or because I think it's funny. This is probably a look of amazement. Let's do this.
So the civil infraction is suspended since he was arraigned. Magistrate already.
So he had permission to pay the clearance fee on that one
On that
already.
one, but that doesn't stop the rest from doing what they're gonna do. That's all.
That's because I don't even want the answer to this, but I have to ask it. Did they take you to the jail?
He just arrested me, put me in the front of the cop car. I was in the front passenger seat of the cop car. And he's right in the driver's seat. And then the Washington police is going through my car. They go all through it and just threw out all the stuff in my wallet on the chair or in the passenger seat. Took my keys, my wallet.
Okay.
I didn't go to jail.
But they didn't arrest you?
No, they just took my car. And so I was able to walk. They put me in handcuffs and put me in the cop car and then searched my car. And then Sackstrup's was there in 5 minutes. And they took it. I watched them take my car. I'm sitting in the cop car as they're driving away with my car. I said, "Hey, I need my keys." And he didn't go get my keys, my apartment keys, not the car keys, my apartment keys. Then he let me out of the car and took the handcuffs off and just drove off. And then I called the police to ask, can anyone help me with a ride? Because I didn't have any money. They took my wallet, but everything was in my car, which was 5 miles. It was this was late. It was late. So I had to walk at night. It was dark. And
Well, hold it. Where were you walking
to the towing company.
Oh, because you had to go to, so you had to walk, because that happened right out here.
Yeah.
And then You had to walk all the way to Sack Strips down on State Street,
Yeah, but I live right on.
right on Glencoe.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, part of my problem, I don't know about the stuff, but what I do know is this. I'm looking at your driving record, and your driving record is just not substantial at all. I mean, it's like you had 2 bad days. Well, yeah, you had 2 bad days, February 25th and May 27th. You need to stay inside when anything has a 2 or 5 in it. All right, let's do this. Let me pass the matter a second and let me take a look at these. Let's see if we can just get you. I mean, I'll adjourn it out and give you time to do whatever, but I want to see what I can do because I don't know why I don't know why on a DWLS you were put in cuffs. Maybe I do know, and I don't want to say it.
We'll come back up, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll pass the matter briefly.
Thank
Okay.
you. Officer, I'll leave this here.
Well, you can take it with you.
Oh,
You wanna-
Okay, till we go.
Up to you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I'll-
go to my car for a
Are we
minute,
coming
finish
back
my
or-
coffee.
Oh, okay, go ahead, and then we'll get you back up. I just want to take a look at some stuff, and
Thank you, Your Honor.
you're welcome. Brookhouse case, People versus Juan Jones Yancey.
The public defender Natalie Pate on behalf of Mr. Jones Yancey, who I do not believe is present unless he is.
No, I don't have him. Ron Jones Yancey? No, I don't. This is like the 5th bench one.
Yes, Your Honor, we were unsuccessful in reaching this prior to this hearing. I do not have an explanation for its failure to appear. For the record, I would respect the request for adjournment.
Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. This time bond will be set in the amount of 10,000, 10%, no set aside.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Courthouse case of the People versus Alicia Harris.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perry on behalf of Ms. Harris. Ms. Harris, can you state your name, please?
Alicia Harris.
Good morning.
Good
All
morning.
right.
Your Honor, we have come to resolution. Ms. Harris is going to plead to no ops on in person. And in exchange, count one will be dismissed.
Ma'am, raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, I do.
All right. State your name again for the record.
Alicia Harris.
All right, you can put your hand down. Ma'am, it is this court's understanding you're going to plead to the charge of no valid operator's license on person. That's a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 90 days and a $100 fine plus court costs. You understand that?
Yes.
Understanding that, still wish to plead guilty?
Yes.
And to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Now, you understand that by pleading guilty, you'll not have a trial of any kind.
Yes.
Because of that, you're giving up certain rights. You're giving up your right to call witnesses to speak for you at trial or to have this court compel their attendance. You're giving up your right to see, hear, and question all witnesses against you at trial. You're also giving up your right to be a witness for yourself or to remain silent, not have that silence used against you. And you're giving up your right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that?
Yes.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
Yes.
Are you on probation or parole?
No, sir.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead?
No, sir.
Anybody threaten you or coerce you?
No, sir.
You're doing this voluntarily and of your own free will?
Yes, sir.
And also because you believe that you're guilty of this offense?
Yes, sir.
On the date of April 24th, 2024, West Michigan Avenue in Pittsfield Township, Washington County, State of Michigan, were you operating a motor vehicle?
Yes, sir.
Were you stopped by the police?
Yes, sir.
Did they request a driver's license?
Yes, sir.
And were you unable to give them a valid license?
Yes, sir.
Counsel, have I complied with the court? Will accept the defendant's plea to count 2. Count 1 is dismissed. Ma'am, anything you or your attorney want to say before I impose sentence?
No, sir.
Fines and costs of $250. When can that be paid?
Can you give me 30 days, please, and thank you?
30 days in jail? No, I'm kidding. I'm messing with you. 30 days to pay.
Yes, please, and thank
She
you.
didn't know what to say. That was a little bit of judicial humor. Why don't I do this? Can you pay it by August 15th?
I sure can.
All right, pay it by August 15th, 2024. All right, thank you, ma'am. Have a great holiday.
Thank you so much. Y'all have a blessed holiday too.
Court calls the case of the people versus Mohammed Ibrahim.
It's not checked in.
And warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bond is set in the amount of 5,000. I gave a 10% privilege on that. There was a previous warrant, so that warrant will, this warrant will issue immediately. Court calls the case, people versus Justin Parton.
Assistant Prosecutor, people. Good morning, Assistant Public Defender, Law Attorney on behalf of Mr. Parton.
Mr. Parton?
Yes, sir.
All right, state your name. Yeah, he said.
Justin Parton.
Thank you.
Your Honor, we're requesting an adjournment. Mr. Parton has a number of other files. We're trying to work on a global. It's just kind of slow moving here.
What's my first August day? August 7th, 2024, 9 a.m.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bond continued. Court calls case, people versus Jermaine Phillips.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate on behalf of Mr. Phillips, who should be present via Zoom.
Jermaine Phillips? I don't have him.
Okay. Your Honor, for the record, we did play phone tag this week and I was able to text with him briefly. I do not have an explanation for his failure to appear. I expected him to be present today. For the record, I would respectfully request an adjournment.
Bench warrant, 5,000, 10%. Previous warrant, so this warrant will issue immediately.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court calls case, people versus Michael Kaza.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate on behalf of Mr. Kaza, who should be present via Zoom as well. Or
Matt checked in.
Your Honor, for the record, I have been in contact with Mr. Sakaza. I did send him the Zoom link. For the record, I'd respectfully request an adjournment.
Bench warrant will issue bond 5,000, 10%. There was a previous warrant. This warrant will issue immediately.
Your Honor.
Court calls the case of the people versus Angel Valdez.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate with and on behalf of Mr. Valdez, who is present via Zoom. Sir, can you please unmute and state your name for the record?
Angel Valdez.
Thank you, sir.
I have received proof of both a valid license and a valid 6-month insurance policy, and people are happy to dismiss.
No. Oh, sorry. Your
Go
Honor.
ahead.
No objection.
You got a license?
He did.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, all right. I don't want him driving around. Anyway, all right. Case is dismissed. Good luck, young man.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, sir. You can log off now.
Court calls the case, people versus William Weimer.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate with and on behalf of Mr. Wimmer, who should be present via Zoom. Can you please unmute and state your name for the record, sir?
Yes, this is William Wimmer.
Okay. What are we doing?
Your Honor, we are respectfully requesting an adjournment in this matter for our office of some further investigation.
August 7th, 2024, 9 a.m. Bond continued. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, sir. You can log off now.
Court calls case, people versus Casey Brisa.
Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender, Laura Attorney on behalf of, I don't have an explanation for a failure to appear.
And we'll be setting him at a 5,000. Give it 10% privilege on that. That's the second warrant. That one will issue immediately. All righty. All right, that ends that block. Court is standing brief recess. Everybody can remain seated. You're to pay $100. Pay that by August 31st. Okay. Okay. Well, August 30th, I guess I have to make it. All right. Thank you. Have a good holiday. Court calls the cases of the people versus Jason Allen.
So on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate with and on behalf of Mr. Jason Allen, who is approaching. Please state your name for the record, sir.
Jason Allen.
And I'm calling on 13 cases. All right, what are we doing?
Thank you, Your Honor. Ultimately, we are respectfully requesting a 2 to 3 week adjournment. Mr. Allen's felony cases are next set for the PCC date of July 18th. We were able to provide the prosecutors in all cases, to my understanding, a mitigation letter. Mr. Allen did do the pre-screening, I believe last week it was, for Veterans Treatment Court. If for some reason he's not eligible for that, we're still hopeful that we'll be able to get some sort of global resolution figured out.
So when will they give an answer on that?
Probably not for another 3 weeks, and to Veterans Treatment Court within that time frame. We're not 1,000% sure.
So we're not, if they don't do it within those 3 weeks, we could get here on the 18th and we still not have an answer
Potentially.
That's all wrapped in there.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, here's what. I'm going to adjourn all of these to August 7th. Okay, and my thought process in that is the same as, I can't remember who the defendant was. This is that if they work everything out, then I can move these up, put them all on my felony docket day, if it's going to be resolved that way. To just try to get them all resolved. Okay.
Understood, absolutely.
All right. August 7th. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You just kind of knew, did you, Ann? Court calls case People versus Donald Pittman.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate with on behalf of Mr. Pittman, who I do not believe is present here, but he may be on Zoom.
She says, hopefully. Donald Pittman.
For the record, Your Honor, we did have contact with Mr. Pittman on today's Wednesday, so it was Monday. We were able to speak with him and advise him of his court date. For the record.
Mr. Pittman?
Yes, sir.
Okay, he called in.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor. We would respectfully request a brief adjournment of this matter so we can further discuss this with Mr. Pittman in more detail.
July 17th, 2024, 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Pittman.
Thank you, sir.
Court calls case People versus Rebecca McCree.
Conrad Soler on behalf of the township in both cases.
Seriously. Hello.
Hi, good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. What's your name?
Rebecca McCree.
Okay.
I haven't talked to my attorney.
Okay. When you were arraigned on these, did you want an attorney?
Yeah.
Sarah appointed. I have that the PD's appointed on our case. From the time of arraignment, yeah.
Hello.
Got it.
Hi.
How's it going?
Well,
Could be better. Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of Miss McCree. We did not have it. We were appointed to your cases either. So I apologize for whatever happened.
It was June 26th, and I'm looking at Magistrate Cameron's writing. And yeah, she was given the public defender, but I have a feeling the system didn't update.
Okay.
Or somebody didn't do their job. That's all I'll say.
Something happened wrong. So I apologize to you. You're not asked for an adjournment. We'll come see you today and we'll discuss everything that's going on, okay?
okay.
Okay.
Ma'am, are you being held on anything else?
Yeah, we're doing, we were here yesterday.
That's what I thought.
For discovery, and it was adjourned until June 25th, or July 25th.
Right.
For the discovery.
For the discovery on the felony case.
Absolutely, sir.
Okay.
Your Honor.
So.
I don't even know. Yeah, I didn't even know what. I have a feeling what this is about.
Okay, so there are 2 charges of retail fraud.
And I think I could explain, but.
Well, let's not do that.
Okay.
Okay, what I want you to do is I want you to talk to your attorneys.
Okay.
Your other case, I can't remember what it was, but your other case, they'll figure out, because I think you had the public defender on your other.
Yeah,
Okay, so we're set for the 25th on your case.
Yes. Could we do them both the same day? Please?
It's a reasonable request. Because that's a felony.
No,
This is a misdemeanor.
I'm not gonna be that, I'm not gonna be that nice. Just not doing it.
They're separate dockets because that's a felony. This is a misdemeanor.
Here's what I'll do.
Usually on separate.
I'll set this out till August 7th, 2024 at 9. Set both of these out to that date, and then
May I speak?
you have been. Go ahead.
I am in stage 4 kidney failure, and I have a heart shunt surgery. I also have a recolon. I just had a I just had a colon, colorectal surgeries, and I'm here for 30 days. And then I'm scheduled to have a bunch of surgeries.
Okay, I got you. So
So I should be,
here's what I'm trying to do.
okay,
Because they're gonna, I'm sure, try to wrap all of your cases together at some point or try to resolve them all. So you don't come back on your other case to the 25th.
right,
That's probably gonna be the case that drives this thing.
that,
So I put this out afterwards. You may get your wish that we'll handle them all on the same date, but I had to get a date after the 25th because we're gonna have to deal with your felony first.
that one I'm not guilty and we will.
Okay, I got you.
Okay, okay.
You're presumed not guilty on all of these.
Okay,
I'm just saying that's why I'm scheduling it the way that I'm scheduling.
okay, so I won't have to stay here just because that one is scheduled out.
I believe she has a personal bond on these cases. So if you were released on your other cases that are holding you,
Yes.
these cases would not hold you in jail.
Okay.
Correct. You have PRs on these cases.
Okay,
It's the felony that's holding.
okay, perfect.
You got it?
Yep, that's why we did the discovery.
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day.
You do the same. It's kind of happy. Court calls case People versus Heather Burton.
Conrad Siller on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Morning, Your Honor. David Shannon, happy to have Heather Burton is approaching.
I'm saying they lost you. And I was saying, I know Shanda should back up.
Your Honor, at my age, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Well, I was defending you.
There's not a lot of lag time there, so just one of those things.
Ma'am, your name?
Heather Burton.
All right, very good. She needs to be arraigned on this.
Yeah, for the purpose of arraignment, we will waive formal reading of the charges and defendant will stand mute.
Defendant, every way formal reading, standing mute, court will enter not guilty. Please. What do you need me to do?
I believe Mr. Siller wants my client on a sober link for a little while.
Requested sober link for the defendant. Adjourn this to August 7th. I think that's all right.
That would be fine, yeah. Just so he can see the BAC was relatively high here, just so he can see how she's doing on the sober link.
What was the alleged BAC?
Your Honor, it was a 0.168 consent blood draw.
Okay.
There was no crash, but the traffic stop for hazardous driving.
Got it. Set the defendant's bond in this case at $15,000 personal recognizance bond.
No money.
Followed are standard conditions, including no assaultive behavior or possession of any weapons or assaultive behavior. Should say no weapons. No alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal drugs. You understand that, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
I will order that you report to the Department of Community Corrections for placement on a sober link device for testing. And I've signed that order.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
She'll have to hand over there
Adjourn
this
to
afternoon.
August 7th, 2024, 9 a.m.
I'll be able to get that later this afternoon? The sober link?
Yeah, she can get it now.
Oh, I did not know your court was that efficient.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, Ann, did you? Okay, all right. Okay, we'll show you exactly how efficient we can be the next time we have a case. All right.
Thank you.
Yes. Have a good weekend. Court calls the case, People versus Ryan Atkins.
Hello.
Public Defender Natalie Pate on behalf of Mr. Adkins, who is present via Zoom. Can you please state your name for the record, sir?
Brian Adkins.
What are we doing?
Thank you, Your Honor. We are respectfully requesting an adjournment in this matter as long as the court would allow. Mr. Adkins does need to have a hearing in front of the re-examination board, to my understanding, and we are asking for an adjournment to allow that to happen.
Have they set the date?
I do not believe they have yet. He has applied for the hearing, but they do not have a hearing date, as far as I know.
August 7th, 2024, 9 a.m. because we've had, well, there's been some warrants. I'll go to that date and we'll take a look from there. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you,
sir. You can log off now.
Have a good weekend.
You do the same. Court does call the case, People versus Thomas Howard, I think it is.
Conrad Siller on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of Mr. Howard.
Hi.
Good morning, Mr. Howard. Can you state your name, please?
Howard Thomas. It's Howard Thomas. They
Howard-
have his name
Howard
in
Thomas.
wrong.
Howard T.
Yeah.
Thomas.
Howard T. Thomas. Got it. D. Thomas. Got it. All right.
Your Honor, we're here for a pretrial. We, as the court knows, we adjourned it out a week. I did speak with Avalon and they did say that they would bring him to court and any doctor's appointments that he needs. I have been in touch with his social worker, and she said that they will drive him wherever he needs to go. Yeah.
Okay.
We did have a lengthy conversation yesterday and Mr. Thomas is going to go back to Avalon. That's the plan if you were to be released from custody.
Yeah.
And he's gonna work with them to get all of his affairs in order. He needs a new license and social security card and things like that. And he's willing to work with them to get all of that straight, as well as any medical issues that he needs to be addressed.
All right. And I don't want you drinking. You know that.
That's clear, Your Honor. That's very clear, overwhelmingly clear.
We did discuss that as well.
Yeah, that's clear.
And he said he's been feeling good in the jail and not drinking, and he wants to stay feeling good. Right, Mr. Thomas?
Yes, I do.
All right. Because I'm going to worry about you if you drink.
When I first got into jail, I think it's been 180 some days now. And I never experienced that before, like hallucinating type things before. I never had that happen to me before. But I did this time. It's not happening anymore. No, not anymore. When I first came in, I saw a chicken fighting, very colorful chicken fighting another chicken. I don't remember ever seeing that happen before.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. How long do you want an adjournment for? A couple weeks or?
A couple weeks, yeah.
All right. I'll adjourn this to July 17th, 2024, 9 a.m. or as your invite indicates. You make sure to keep in contact with your attorneys. Okay. And then you have to, what I'm going to do, because I want to make sure you're not drinking and don't go backwards. You got to report over to community corrections. They're going to put you on a SoberLink device, which that means you're going to have to blow into a device 3 times a day.
A day? Did you say a day?
A day. You have 3 different times that you got to blow into this machine. Because I'm going to make sure you're not drinking, because I don't want you going back. Because I've been seeing you for a while and you're looking a whole lot better by not drinking.
Thank you.
You got it?
Yeah, I feel a whole lot better.
Okay. I want you staying that way. So we'll see you in a couple weeks. And then I sign the order. You got to get a SoberLink device.
When do I start going to report to the whatever the place is?
Community corrections?
Yes.
Okay, when you're released, you need to go over there and do that. Will they bring him a SoberLink before you? Okay. So I want the SoberLink prior to release. So they'll bring it to you. Okay.
And
So that
they'll tell you how to use it.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'll talk to Leah from Avalon too and make sure she knows. Social worker.
I got you.
Okay.
Got you.
Okay, your bond to be set at a personal recognizance, $25,000 bond. Okay. All right. See you in a couple of weeks. Court cause case People versus Candace Allen.
All right, so on behalf of Fitzgerald Town.
Who I believe.
Hello, Miss Allen.
Can you say your name, please, Miss Allen?
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for the printer. Yes.
All right. Okay, what are we doing?
We have to, I just didn't want to interrupt.
That's just change. Go ahead.
Of course. We have come to a resolution. Miss Allen is going to plead no contest as charged under prosecutor's deferred agreement.
That's correct, Your Honor. She is approved for prosecutor's deferred.
And please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yeah.
State your name again for the record. All right. Ma'am, it's of course understanding that you're going to plead no contest to the charge of retail fraud under the Pittsfield Township ordinance. that correct?
Yeah.
That is a misdemeanor. It is punishable by up to 90 days, $500 fine plus court cost. You understand that?
Yeah.
Do you understand what a no contest plea is?
Yeah.
All right, two things about it. I have to make sure that you understand it. First of all, it means that you're not further desirous or wanting to contest this charge. You understand that?
Yeah.
Second thing you need to understand is that for purposes of sentencing, the court will treat you the same as though you had pled guilty. You understand that?
Yeah.
Understanding all of that, you do still wish to plead no contest. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Basis for the no contest plea? And so, ma'am, to that charge, how do you plead?
No contest.
Now, you understand that by pleading no contest, you'll not have a trial of any kind.
Yeah.
Because of that, you're giving up certain rights. You're giving up your right to call witnesses to speak to you at trial or to have this court compel their attendance. You're giving up your right to see, hear, and question all witnesses against you at trial. You're also giving up your right to be a witness for yourself or to remain silent, not have that silence used against you. And you're giving up your right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that?
Yeah.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right?
Yeah.
Are you on probation or parole?
Never.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead?
No.
Has anybody threatened you or coerced you?
No.
You're doing this voluntarily and of your own free will? Court has been provided and has reviewed Pittsfield Township Department of Public Safety report for their case number 241634. Any objection to the court having reviewed that report? Based upon a review of that report, the court does find that there's a sufficient factual basis in which the court could determine a defendant's guilt of this offense. Counsel, have I complied with the court rule?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will accept the defendant's plea of no contest to this charge. Defendant is referred to probation for a pre-sentence investigation and report and consideration of the prosecutor's deferred sentencing program. Sentencing in this case will be July 24, 2024, 9 a.m. Bond in this matter will continue. Ma'am, I need you to stay on the line. We're going to put you into a breakout room with probation intake so we can start the sentencing process, okay? Thank you. Court calls the case, People versus Ernesto. Is it Nita Alvarez?
Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of
They got
Mr. Alvarez. Please state your name.
We got it all backwards.
Ernesto Zuniga Alvarez.
Yes, there we go.
Your Honor, we're asking for an adjournment into August if the court's amenable. He's going to be in custody until at least, we think, the 25th of July, right? He does want to work on getting his license. And we're hoping he'll be released at the end of this month.
And then he's gonna have to work on trying to get his license.
Right.
21st, you said?
Yes.
So I'll adjourn the matter August 21st, 2024, 9 a.m.
Thank you.
All right, continue. Well then, court recalls the case, People versus Jess Collins.
Henry Silver on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Ready, Your Honor.
Yep, you're good. He doesn't like it when people have their names. Sorry. Okay, so we had the opportunity to speak in a in-chambers conference, try to get your license rectified. Went out there, you made the payments. Valid license.
Thank you, Your Honor.
People are moving to dismiss. Any objection, counsel?
No objection
This case
whatsoever.
is dismissed. That is without prejudice.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Have a wonderful
man.
state holiday.
Get insurance. When you get your vehicle back, get insurance.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. I don't mind seeing you back here, but not like this. You hear me?
I'm good.
Okay. He said, I'm good. I don't need you.
Thank you.
Take care. You guys have a great holiday. Court calls the case, People versus Simone Sandino.
Henry Silver on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of Ms. Cedino. Ms. Cedino called in to Zoom, I believe.
Sandino, really, Perny?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes,
Hello?
we have you now.
Okay,
Yeah, hello,
I'm sorry.
what's your name?
Simone Cedino.
Ms. Cedino wanted me to let the court know her camera's not working. She's getting a new phone today. We do have a resolution, but she needs her camera to So we're just asking for a short adjournment so she can get her new device, get her camera working and do that. She lives in Toledo, so,
Sorry. All right.
a short adjournment, 2 weeks if possible.
I'll adjourn the matter July 17th, 2024, 9 a.m.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Court calls the case People versus Wanera Gaines.
Jennifer Silver on behalf of the township.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Patewith, and on behalf of Ms. Gaines, who is present via Zoom, could you please unmute and state your name for the record, ma'am?
Jean-Pierre Gaines.
Your Honor, I've discussed this matter with Ms. Gaines. We are asking the court if they would allow to possibly consider adjourning this matter 3 to 4 months. Ms. Gaines has, long story short, and I won't get into it, but is undergoing a legal name change due to a Social Security matter, and she has applied for that name change. However, she has been told that this process could take up to 6 months for her. And currently, she is not eligible to get a license in her name due to this issue. We would respectfully request the court to consider allowing us a lengthy adjournment if possible.
I'll adjourn the matter to November 6th, 2024, 9 a.m.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Thank
you, Ms. Gaines. You can log off now.
Court calls the case People versus Tony Malone.
Henry Silver on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
On behalf of Ms. Malone, Ms. Malone, can you state your name for the record, please?
Tony Malone.
Yeah, Ms. Malone, we have come to resolution. Ms. Malone is going to plead to an added count of 7.326 in exchange for a dismissal of count 1.
That's correct, Your Honor. So, yeah, to MCL 7.326.
All right. Ma'am, please raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
State your name for the record.
Tony Malone.
All right, Ms. Malone, it's this court's understanding that you're going to plead guilty to the charge of allowing an ineligible driver to operate a motor vehicle. That is a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 90 days and $100 fine plus court costs. You understand that?
I do.
And understanding all of that, you still wish to plead guilty?
I do.
And to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Now, you understand that by pleading guilty, you'll not have a trial of any kind.
I do.
Because of that, you're giving up certain rights. You're giving up your right to call witnesses to speak for you at trial or to have this court compel their attendance. You're giving up your right to see, hear, and question all witnesses against you at trial. You're also giving up your right to be a witness for yourself or to remain silent, not have that silence used against you. And you're giving up your right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that?
I understand.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
I do.
Are you on probation or parole?
I am not.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead?
No, Your Honor.
Anybody threaten you or coerce you?
No, Your Honor.
You're doing this voluntarily and of your own free will?
I am.
And also because you believe that you're guilty of this offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
April 8th, 2024, at the location of State Road, Pittsfield Township, Washtenaw County, State of Michigan, did you have custody or control of a motor vehicle?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you allow someone who was otherwise ineligible to operate that motor vehicle, maybe inclusive of yourself?
I did.
Counsel, have I complied with the court rule? Would it be proper to accept this defendant's plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Court will accept the defendant's plea of guilty to count 2. Count 1 is dismissed. Ma'am, is there anything you want to say before I impose sentence?
No, Your Honor.
Fines and costs of $250. I'll suspend 90 days in jail. When can you pay the $250?
I can pay that today, Your Honor.
All right, pay that today. If you need to pay it online, you can either come to the court and pay it, or you can pay it online. There's a QR code on the screen. You can use that QR code later today to take you right to the payment site.
I will follow the QR code. Is there a period of time in which I should wait for that case to be processed before attempting to do that?
I would give it till about 1 o'clock or so.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. I will get that taken care of today.
Thank you. Court calls the case of the People versus Mercedes Mullins.
Henry Silver on behalf of the township.
Good morning, this is Public Defender Lauren Kearney on behalf of Ms. Mullins. Ms. Mullins, can you please state your name for the record?
Hi, Mercedes Mullins.
Your Honor, Ms. Mullins and I have not been able to connect prior to court today. Ms. Mullins, if you could please call the public defender's office and update your phone number so we can make sure we have a good one for you.
Yes, I actually did want to say something about that. My phone has been off for a while, like almost a couple of weeks. So that's why I haven't been able to contact anyone, but I definitely will update my number because I have a whole different number and email address.
Okay.
I'll adjourn it to the 17th, 2024, 9 a.m. I would also let Ms. Mullins know and counsel know, because I think the public defender represents her on a felony. She
Yes,
bench warranted, yes. She
can I say
bench
something
warranted.
about?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I wanted to know, I had no inclinations of the case yesterday. I was sick. So that's why I'm kind of like I wanted to say how can I fix that because yeah, I don't want a warrant for my arrest.
Okay, right now there's a warrant. You need to contact the public defender's office. There's a process for trying to get that set aside.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Is the defendant off number the 222 or 734?
222-6970.
Okay, I'll give him a call right now.
Got it. Yeah, I'd give him a call right now and get your information to him.
Okay, I will, most definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court calls the case, People versus Peter Heenan.
On behalf of people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jackie Moss on behalf of Mr. Heenan, who is approaching.
All right. How are you doing, Mr. Heenan?
Doing okay, Your Honor.
Okay. Where are we on this? Did we get any update on Bear River?
Your Honor, in regards to, pardon me, in regards to Bear River, yes, the update is Bear River can have Mr. Heenan admitted within 24 to 48 hours. However, they would require the referral from CMH. That was not able to take place yesterday because CMH said they required an order from Your Honor before
for CMH to evaluate him.
Yes. With that being said, my understanding is that in custody evaluations take place twice per week on Wednesdays and on Fridays. So if they received an order today, they could potentially get to him on Friday. If not, then it'll be into next week.
Okay.
With that being said, my position would be that where we left off yesterday, Your Honor was entertaining the idea of releasing Mr. Heenan on a scram tether. If the court is inclined to do so at this time, upon release, Mr. Heenan would be able to call the CMH hotline and immediately be evaluated. It's a 20 to 30-minute phone interview process, and then Mr. Heenan could continue with the admittance process with either Bear River or Mr. Heenan did mention another facility, Liberty Treatment, which is in Fayette, Michigan, Your Honor.
People have a position on this.
Your Honor, ultimately, I think we would defer to the court's discretion. The people really want to make sure that Mr. Heenan gets into treatment as soon as possible. I just ask that we set him up for success as best we can. So if we are going to release him on a scram, I ask that counsel help him get situated with making that call to CMH so that he's not left on his own to do that without any assistance in case he needs it.
I would definitely be willing to do so, Your Honor. And one other thing I wanted to apprise the court, there are a few matters that Mr. Heenan would need to get in order in terms of personal affairs, primarily his rent, and actually more importantly, as a part of the settlement agreement in his divorce, he's ordered to pay the tuition for his son's private school. That payment is due on or before July 10th. Mr. Heenan does not have his credit card information with him. All of that is at home. So in order to be able to comply with that, that is another reason that we are asking that Mr. Heenan be allowed to scram together.
Mr. Heenan, when you're out, who helps with just your support around you? I mean, what other people are around you?
I don't have much support, just AA.
And that you've been doing via Zoom?
Yes, sir.
Okay, because here's part of my issue. Council's gonna only be able to take you so far. So yeah, get you out, get the call made, but then you're there. And I understand that you've got the tether on, you would have the scram unit on, but all that may tell me is that you're gonna that you drank. I'm just real concerned. I mean, I'm just gonna be blunt about it. I don't know how you make it, even if for a day or two. I just don't know how you make it. That's my problem. And I think you know that too. Am I right?
Your Honor, I can do this. I can do it. I know I can.
And I want to believe you. I'm not sure I do.
I'm having a hard time here. I don't ever want to come back to jail. I'm not a bad person.
So that you understand, I don't think that you're a bad person either. I just don't. I mean, I'm more worried about you and what you do. That talk we had yesterday, I was kind of making that clear to you that I'll be honest with you, I don't want you dying. That's what because eventually you're going to run out of opportunity and chances. It weighs heavily on me, given what we went through that you past few days, is I could let you out on a scram tether and I never get you back.
And for what it's worth, Your Honor, I did have a very frank and blunt conversation with Mr. Heenan and informed him that if the scram tether did indicate that there was consumption of alcohol, Mr. Heenan would very likely remain in custody for the pendency of his case.
Here's what I'm going to do. And you're not going to like it, Mr. Heenan, but I'm making the call. You're not going anywhere. I'll sign the order. He'll get assessed on Friday. And we're going to get you out to Bear River and start this process. We'll have to somehow or another figure out a way you'll be able to have your credit card at some point and get some information so that you can get that tuition paid and find a way to get your rent paid. But all of that, it's important. Those are important issues, but all of that pales in comparison to where this could be. Mr. Heenan, how did you get here yesterday?
I drove. Your Honor.
Yeah. And I'm letting you know that that factors into my decision because, Mr. Heenan, by the time we got to you and you didn't drink while you were here, you were 0.10. By the time we got you over to community corrections and you had already been here a while. It's that behavior that, and again, I'm not saying that you're a bad person, but your inability to make a proper judgment on that leads me to the conclusion that I have to keep you right where you are, get an order, get CMH to talk to you, and get you into treatment. So that's what I'm going to do. And counsel, somebody will need to prepare an order for the court signature to do that because I don't, and I will sign it and we'll get it there. So at this point, I'm just going to continue your bond as revoked. I'm not going to even set an amount at this point. And I will adjourn the probable cause out so that so that we don't lose track. I could set it for the 11th or the 18th, counsel. If they do a 24-hour, they assess on Friday, they can pick them up on Monday, and I have the 11th. I don't know if he'll be able to get on at Bear River, but at least we'll know where we are. I don't want to lose track of it. So I can do the 11th or the 18th. Which would you prefer?
One moment, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Would we be looking around the same time slot, Your Honor?
Oh, it's an in custody, it'd be a 9 a.m. slot. And so that you know, counsel, our block in the morning runs 2 or 3 hours. So while we set it at 9,
I understand, Your Honor. I've got conflicts on both of those days. I can check with
Okay.
co-counsel, see if we can work something out.
Okay, why don't I do this so that, again, we don't lose track? I'll set it for the 11th.
Okay.
2024 at 9. And then if there becomes an issue, you can get to the prosecutor, we can step to do something else. Okay. Anything further?
Nothing from the defense, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Have a good holiday. Have a good holiday.
Same to you, Your Honor. Just because you need our office to get an order to you for the
Yes.
evaluation.
Yes, if you can get that down to us today sometime or some point. that'd be
Perfect.
great. All right, if you get it to, you've got Ann's email.
I'll make sure I do.
Okay. Just get it to her and that way it can get signed. Court does call the case, People versus Megan Perkins.
And good morning, Your Honor. William Mays on behalf of Ms. Perkins. Ms. Perkins, there we go. State your name for the record, please.
Megan Perkins.
Your Honor, I don't know if Mr. Siller has received my all-call evaluation, but we've had some email conversations. Insofar as the arraignment, I'm going to ask the court waive reading and enter a not guilty plea.
Defendant having waived formal reading, pleading not guilty, court will enter that plea.
And then if Mr. Siller is prepared to extend the offer of operating while visibly impaired today, Ms. Perkins is prepared to accept a plea of guilty to that amended charge. I don't know if Mr. Siller is ready or if he needs an adjournment to do that.
A few minutes ago, I sent you an email regarding,
Okay, all right.
so I'm not ready at this point. You'll see by my email. So,
All right, I will adjourn this matter July 17th,
July 17.
2024.
Got a
Go ahead.
lot of conflicts, primarily.
My next date would be August 7th
Your Honor, the people would request the 21st date.
of August.
Of August. I'm requesting the defendant to complete some things.
Okay.
To my satisfaction.
August 21st, 2024, 9 a.m. What is the alleged BAC in this matter?
22.
222. There's no crash. However, she was passed out in the roadway.
Got it. Okay, I'll set the defendant's bond in this case in the amount of $25,000 personal recognizance bond. I'll order standard conditions, including no assault behavior or possession of any weapons, no use or possession of any alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal drugs. You understand that, ma'am?
I do.
I'm also going to order that the defendant needs to report over to the Department of Community Corrections for placement on a sober link testing device. She's to do that within 24 hours.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good holiday.
Thank you. You too. Oh. I'm sorry, I didn't see it up there. Court does call the case, People versus Chia Chen.
Your Honor, Marissa Boyles, P 86438 on behalf of Mr. Chen. You state your name, please.
Chen. Thank you.
Your Honor, Mr. Chen has been fully advised of his rights and has consulted an immigration attorney. He would like to plead guilty today to the offense of operating while visually impaired.
Okay, so he signed.
I never moved that count to that.
Has he signed an advice of rights form? Probably not. So we get that. I'll let you go over it with him real quick and then we'll call you right back up. Okay. I'll put it past him. Court calls the case of the People versus Kumari Taylor.
Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Morgan Barroso on behalf of the people.
Kumari Taylor, no response. There's an arraignment. Bench warrant will issue on 5,000, 10%. That warrant will issue on July 8th. Court calls the cases of the People versus Melanie Luckett.
Good afternoon, Assistant Public Counsel on behalf of Ms. Luckett. Ms. Luckett, please state your name for the record.
Melanie Luckett.
Thank you.
Ms. Luckett does have a valid license. I did email that over to Mr. Siller. I'm not sure if you saw that. If the court could.
Can I grab it? Because it has an issue.
Hang on.
I did.
She's valid.
Excellent. So in that case, I'd like to admit
2624.
case 05161.
And that is what she would like to do today, Your Honor.
Ma'am, do you admit responsibility to the fact that on April 11, 2024, Pittsfield Township, Washington County, State of Michigan, that you double parked a motor vehicle?
I do.
All right, court will accept that admission in case 0508. Case ending in 0161 is dismissed pursuant to the plea agreement as well as count one on the previous case 0508.
Thank you.
Fines and costs of $180. When can you get that paid?
In like a month, maybe. I'm sorry, I'm going through some financial troubles right now.
Okay. When can you get that paid? Like a month. I don't know.
I'm sure.
I don't know
I'm
when that
sorry,
is. No, it's okay. So, look,
Things are slow at my job right now. I'm sorry.
okay.
Yeah.
If I gave you to the end of September, you think
Yes.
you can get it done by
Yes.
then? Okay. Pay it by September 30th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome, ma'am. All right, take care. I'm gonna call. Court recalls case People versus Chen Chiat Chen.
Conrad Silver on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
And Carson Boyles, P 86438 on behalf of Mr. Chen. That's your name again.
Chen Chiat Chen. All right. May I have him sworn?
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
State your name.
Chen Chiat Chen. All right. Sir, it is this court's understanding that you're going to plead guilty to the charge of operating while visibly impaired. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to a fine of $300, up to 93 days in jail. The court could order community service, any rehabilitative programs the court deems necessary. The court could order your vehicle immobilized, could order you to pay the cost of the prosecution as well as the cost of any emergency governmental services. You understand that, sir? All right. And understanding all that, do you still wish to plead guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
And to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Now, you understand that by pleading guilty, you'll not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you signed an advice of rights for today, is that correct? Any questions regarding any of those rights?
No, Your Honor.
Look on the podium. I need you to look at paragraph 5. Those are your rights, which are part of a trial. You understand that by pleading guilty, you'll be giving up those rights as well as all the rights on that form.
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you on probation or parole?
No, Your Honor.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plea?
No, Your Honor.
Has anybody threatened you or coerced you?
No, Your Honor.
You're doing this voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Of your own free will? And because you believe that you're guilty of this offense? February 11, 2024, at the location of Washtenaw Avenue in Pittsfield Township, Washtenaw County, State of Michigan, were you operating a motor vehicle?
Yes.
Prior to operating that motor vehicle, had you consumed intoxicating liquor?
Yes.
What'd you have and how much?
Tennessee.
Hennessy? Okay. Were you stopped by the police or was there an accident?
Stop by, please.
Why'd they stop you?
I was stopped by the traffic light.
Okay. So you were at the traffic light?
Yeah, I was waiting in the light.
Okay, but why'd they pull you over?
I think I fall asleep while
Oh, okay. So you were at the light, you fell asleep, passed out,
officer knocked on my window.
and then they knocked on your window. So you're asleep in the intersection. Would that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Were you ultimately arrested?
Yes, sir.
And were you taken to the hospital or to?
It was an intoxicant.
Okay, so you were taken to the police station?
Yes.
They gave you a test?
Yes.
And were the results a 0.135 and a 0.142? Is that right?
That's right. That's right.
Were those the test results?
I believe so.
Okay. You're not disputing those test results, are you?
No.
All right. Taking everything into consideration on that date and at that time, do you believe that your ability to operate that motor vehicle was visibly impaired due to your consumption of alcohol?
Yes.
All right. Counsel, have I complied with the court rule? Would it be proper to accept this defendant's plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
The court will accept the defendant's plea to count 2. Count 1 is dismissed. Defendant is referred to Von Swartz for an alcohol screening and assessment and the victim's impact panel. Sentencing in this matter will be
July 24th at 9 a.m.
July 24th, 2024, 9 a.m., or as your invite indicates. Bond with its conditions will continue. All right. Thank you. Stop down at probation. They'll give you some instructions regarding a sentencing.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Have a good holiday. Court calls the case of the People versus Tatiana Teague.
Tatiana Taj.
Your Honor, we're asking for an adjournment. Ms. Taj believes she's going to get her license at the end of this month. So we asked for August.
Okay, I'll adjourn it August 7th, 2024, 9 a.m. Bond continued.
Okay.
Thank you. Court
Thank
calls
you.
case of the people versus Keywan Williams.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate, with and on behalf of Mr. Williams, who stands to my right, please state your name for the record, sir.
Keywan Williams.
Thank you, Your Honor. We are respectfully requesting an adjournment in this matter so I can further discuss this with my client.
July 17th, 2024, 9 a.m. Bond continued.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Court calls case of the people versus Markeisha Wilson.
I don't have an explanation for their failure to figure out ask for it.
Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bond will be set in the amount of $5,000. I'll give a 10% privilege on that. That warrant will issue immediately. There have been previous warrants. Court calls case of the people versus Andre Diaz. No response. Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. What's the alleged BAC in this matter?
Search warrant 1.210, no crash.
Bench warrant will issue in the amount $20,000. I'll give a 10% privilege on that. That warrant will issue July 5th, 2024. Court calls case of the people versus Andre Thomas.
Pittsfield Township.
Good morning. I'm appearing on behalf of Thomas.
Andre Thomas, state your name, sir.
Thomas.
Okay, you broke up there, but what are we doing?
Andre Thomas.
Thank you.
We're requesting an adjournment. Mr. Thomas would like more time to get his license.
I'll adjourn the matter August 7th, 2024, 9 a.m. On continued. Thank you. Court does call the case people versus Dante Linton.
Conrad Sullivan on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
This is an arraignment. What?
Hello.
Hello. Your name, sir?
It's Dante.
All right. Why is this on my docket?
I did check.
But didn't at the time.
So I would agree to allow him to admit double parking today if he wants to resolve the case that way.
Is that what you want to do, sir?
I didn't hear what he said.
You need to turn a camera on.
It's not allowed. Hello?
Well, I'm gonna have to adjourn it. You're gonna have to come down because I can't withdraw a plea or do anything what you're requesting. I'm not gonna do that without having a camera on. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna adjourn this to July 17th, 2024, 9 a.m. in person.
Can I try to leave and reload my screen? Hello?
Sir, I'm not doing anything today.
Can you hear me?
I'm adjourning it out. You'll need to come down to the court.
Oh.
I've got to be able to see you to hear your motion. Thank you. You may swear the friendship.
Can be sworn. Thank you, ma'am. Can you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will interpret accurately, completely, and impartially, using your best skill and judgment, and to translate from English into French and from French into English? I do that. Thank you.
All right. Good afternoon, Madam Interpreter. Court does call the case of the people of Pittsfield versus Ibrahima Diko.
Diko.
Oui, bonjour.
Yes, hello.
Conrad Siller for Pittsfield Township.
Lauren Perny for the defendant.
Lauren. Perny pour le défendeur.
Oui.
Yes.
Your Honor, we are requesting an adjournment. Mr. Dico is trying to get his license, but has been dealing with some medical issues that have interrupted his appointments at Secretary of State.
Yes, ma'am.
C'est ça qui m'embête beaucoup.
This is what bothers me a lot.
Court will adjourn the matter to August 7th, 2024, 9 a.m., or as your invite indicates.
OK. S'il vous plaît, j'ai quelque chose à mentionner.
Please, I would like to say something.
Yes, sir.
J'ai le rendez-vous à l'hôpital central de Ann Arbor, Michigan.
I have an appointment with Central Hospital, Ann Arbor, Michigan. Am I undergo surgery. I don't know yet, but my appointment is the 11th of this month. Then they will assess it. I already have 2 X-rays.
If your medical appointments conflict with the next court date, we will get in touch with the court, Mr. Dico.
Thank you.
Merci.
Merci.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Interpreter. Always a
Yeah.
pleasure.
You have a great day, everybody.
You
Bye.
too. Do we have the defendant?
Yes.
Okay, yes, go ahead.
Good afternoon, Madam Interpreter, from the state of Michigan. Our number this morning is 1423.
Thank you. I'm sorry, you're breaking up.
Can you please raise your right hand to be sworn? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will interpret accurately, completely, and impartially, using your best skill and judgment, and to translate from English into Spanish and from Spanish into English in the manner now before the court to help you God?
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
And good afternoon, Madam Interpreter.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Court does call the case of the people of Pittsfield Township versus Neri Castro Lopez.
Siller for Pittsfield Township.
If you
Sorry,
didn't
we're
hear that,
breaking
man,
up. No, I
it's
didn't.
okay.
Yeah.
Conrad Siller for Pittsfield Township.
Conrad Siller para de parte de la ciudad de Pittsburgh.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate with and on behalf of Mr. Castro Lopez, please state your name for the record, sir.
Y la asistente del fiscal Natalie Page,
Mi nombre es.
Neri Gerardo.
Thank you, Your Honor. We are respectfully requesting a 1 to 2 month adjournment. To my understanding, Mr. Castro Lopez still does have one suspension for failing to comply with the judgment. And he believes that he will be able to get that paid, his suspension paid within that time.
Matter is adjourned to September 4th, 2024, 9 a.m.
Y este asunto va a estar suspendido hasta septiembre 4 a las 9 de la mañana.